CS50A Web Development 1, Class 5. For this week, you're going to modify your HTML page called habitat.html. You should have watched the video above for the specific instructions on how to do so. Now we're going to change our directory structure a bit so we can accommodate the fact that we are going to be using a different piece of software for both editing and publishing. So the first step we see here under submission directions is to create a new root folder on your computer and call it Web Design. And you see I have that over here, and I'm placing my CS50A folder inside of that folder. CS50A is nested inside of Web Design. And once you do that, watch the above video as I mentioned and use the Phoenix Code Editor, the tool that we have been using up until now, to make the modifications to habitat.html, and make sure to place that into the Module 5 folder that you've just created. Make sure to embed at least one audio, 2 videos, one with the video tag and one with the iframe tag, and 2 images, both nested inside of the figure tag for the Habitat page. At this point, we're going to focus on a new tool we are going to use for editing and publishing our web pages for the rest of the semester. So we're going to click where it says go to Replit, and once you do that, it's going to take you over to this page here. You're going to click sign up for free. Then you're going to create an account. Once you put in your email and your password, click create an account, and then read the What is Replit pop-up and click continue. Then insert your first name and your last name. Choose your level of experience and what you're developing your project for, and click continue. And then click where it says continue with starter. At this point, it's going to ask you to verify your email. So go over to your email and click on the verify your email and click on the link. And once your email is verified, click on the create REPL button and choose HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and give it the name your name dash CS50A, no spaces, and click create REPL. The welcome to the workspace will appear, and you're going to get a quick tour of the workspace, which includes your code editor in the center, your run button at the top, your output window, also known as your web view window, on the right, and your sidebar, also known as your files panel, on the left. Clicked on done. Now you are going to click on the invite button next to your profile initials, and you're going to activate this private join link by clicking on this button. Now you're going to click copy join link, and you're going to paste it into question 1 of this assignment. So I'm on the assignment page, and for question 1, paste the private join link URL. I'm going to paste that here. I'm going to select that text and click on the double dots and make sure that I link this as an external link. And I paste it again and I click done. That way I see that the hyperlink is there. Now you're going to scroll up to where it says right click or command click on this index file and download this linked file as index.html, making sure to put it in the Web Design folder, which is the parent of CS50A, making sure to name it index.html and click on save. Once you've done that, you're going to go back to the REPL website and drag the file that we just saved into the Files panel. So let's take a look at that. So I'm back on the REPL website. I've got my Web Design folder on my desktop, and we see I have my index.html file outside of the CS50A folder. In other words, this index file is going to point to the content of CS50A. The reason we're doing that is because your REPL that you created on the REPL website already has an index page that is automatically found. We have to replace that with an index file that points to the CS50A folder we're going to place right here. So I'm going to drag this index.html into the Files panel and click Yes, overwrite this file. Once I overwrite this file, I'm going to click the Run button. And when you click the Run button, you might have to hit the refresh button to see the output window show you what the page looks like on a website. Once we see what the page looks like as a web page, we're going to click the New tab icon in the top right hand corner of the web interface, and this is going to publish the file to the web. So this is a URL that's on a website that everyone can see. At this point, we're going to go back to the REPL website, and this can work on some computers, sometimes it doesn't. When you click on the Home button, you should see down over here where it says Install Replit On, and then there's a picture of this icon. If you don't see this, then the next step in the homework instructions provides you a link to the Replit desktop app. But I'm going to click on it here, and then I'm going to choose my operating system, and then I'm going to download that and install that on my computer. You've installed software before, so I'm not going to demonstrate that step. The next step we're going to do is launch the Replit desktop application. When I launch the Replit desktop application for the first time, it asks me to log in, which takes me back to the website. And at that point, you should see the REPL that you just created under the words recent. And I'll click on that. With that being done, I'll close this native app window here, resize my window here, and I'm going to drag my CS50 folder into the Files panel on the left side of the screen. So I'm going to make this a little smaller, go to my CS50A folder, and drag that into this Files panel. Once I do that, this index page will be pointing to the CS50A folder. This index page that I created for you, as you can see on lines 17 all the way down to lines 31, has links from here to the different folders that you're creating over the course of this semester. The key thing to keep in mind is notice the name of the folder. The master folder is CS, and those are capitalized letters, 50A, lowercase. So my folder has to be the same name as the path we see over here. So double check that right now. And with that being done, you're going to make a few minor changes to this index.html page so it's yours. Where it says title Web Development 1 links page, you're going to put in your name. And on line 12, inside of the H1 tag, where it says Web Development 1 links page, you're going to put your name as well. And then when I click Run, I should see that refresh over here. If you don't see it refresh after clicking on Run, click on this refresh button inside the output window, and there we see the update. So the Run should do it, but if not, use the refresh button right over here. At this point, we want to check to make sure that these links work and connect to the folders that you've already created. So for example, you see I have a module 05 folder. At this point, as it says in the instructions, click on the link that says module 5 habitat page, and that's what should open up here in the output window. Now, you should have already built out this habitat page in the first video on the assignment page. But one thing you might notice is that your video might not show up properly in this output window. But that's okay, because what you're going to do anyway to provide me the link for the assignment is go to the next step, which says click the Open in Browser icon. And that's where it's going to create a new tab inside of your web browser. And at this point, you're going to take a screenshot of the page after you test to make sure that the page is validated properly. And now you're going to go back to the assignment page and choose that file and upload your validated screenshot. So I'll go back to the assignment page. I'll scroll down. I'll see I've got my private join link URL here. I'm going to choose my file to upload it. Now that's something you've already done before, so you know how to do that. At this point, you're going to answer questions 3, 4, and 5 that are self-explanatory and click Submit Quiz. And that's all you need to do for assignment 5.